Hello and welcome to my pick a card reading. Timeless tarot, of course, so whenever you see this, it's meant for you. I'm going to have 3 readings today, pile A, B, and C. If you are one of those that likes to pick with crystals on top, we'll go ahead and put them there now. Close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. And if you're one of those that likes to pick with sound, got pile A. Got pile B. And we've got pile C. Timestamps will be marked below, and I'll see you back at your reading. All right, if you chose pile number 1, which was the moonstone, and my hand-hammered Tibetan singing bowl, let's get started for you. So the top 3 I see up here are for present. See you recently coming out of something super stressful. You look extremely emotional, stressful, probably a terrible job or a really bad relationship, but that's behind you now. So either you just left a job or you went through a breakup recently, and you're really working on yourself now. You're trying to reclaim your power, and things just still aren't the greatest at home as far as finances and family life. I'm seeing some conflicts still there as well. Now let's move past. The middle 3 are for past, and I see a relationship, probably a first love. I would say teenage to early 20s, that was broken up due to gossip or lies and deceit. Somebody wasn't being honest, and what you learned in that relationship is still sticking with you today. And then in your past, I see a best friend, a Page of Cups, somebody divine feminine that you really connect with on so many levels, and they might still be your best friend today. And if they're no longer with us, they're saying hello. And then you've got the 9 of Swords. So this in my deck, my Celtic Dragon deck that you chose today, is always my brilliant idea card. Like, this man is inspired and he had a great idea. And so I see you being inspired and making a plan and following through with it in your past, and that's led you to where you are today. So let's move future. I see your social circle changing a bit, and I also see you having a great relationship with a older female influence, grandmother, aunt, mom. She's very regal, very kind, very wise. And then I also see you being in a soulmate or twin flame relationship here, someone that divinely complements you, where it's not going to be a power struggle. Okay, so let's move into your oracle cards. I have for you today 3 decks. I'm going to use this goddess deck first, and we're going to see which goddesses are around you at the moment. Okay. You got Bast. Bast or Bastet or Past was the Egyptian goddess who appeared in cat form. The Egyptians highly revered cats. The word for cat, Mao, also denoted light and was cognate with the word for mother. The cat is a lunar animal and also a solar animal, representing the power of the sun as reflected in nature. Since the cat is an earth animal, Bast is also an earth mother goddess, a giver of life and abundance, in touch with her wild, instinctual nature. She also is a protector of women during childbirth. Like a cat, She is fiercely independent and belongs to no one but herself. Bast is one of the more joyful goddesses. Her elaborate festivals in the town of Babustus were renowned for their joyful dancing, embodying a cat's gentler aspects. Bast is a personification of life and fruitfulness, the quintessential life-affirming mother. She reminds us to be playful and relax like a cat and to find occasions to celebrate life. So I feel like, look how pretty she is. More joy and celebration, and even pregnancy, fertility coming in with you with this beautiful goddess Bast. Okay, let's move into your next oracle deck, which is the Ascension deck. I love this deck. It's so pretty. Look at that. A lot of homework comes with this deck normally. You got Saint Germain. It's a heavy-hitting Ascended Master. Number here I see is 34, which 3 plus 4 is 7. Saint Germain, Lord of Civilization, cooperates with Archangel Zachiel to transmute the lower energies of the world in the violet flame. He is a great alchemist and magician who transforms that which is no longer serving into something beautiful and light. Your guidance is to invoke Saint Germain, surround yourself in his violet light, and see the divine perfection in whatever or whoever you wish to transform. Your pure intention and focus can co-create with his energy to make miracles happen. Use this to help yourself and others to ascension. Affirmation: I believe in my ability to create miracles, not minerals. Oh my gosh, so you might need crystals if I'm saying minerals. Which is funny because your last oracle deck is a crystal deck, which I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. So the Violet Flame is an awesome spiritual tool. If you don't know about it, you can write your own or look up decrees online, and essentially you take a couple deep breaths, set your attention to what the energy that you raise with the violet flame is going towards. And it can be anything, but just know that once you start decreeing towards that intention, things are going to move fast, because the violet flame gets things out of the way karmically and rids your life of negativity really super fast. So definitely look into that. What you want to do is picture the violet flame consuming up all the darkness and all the lower vibrational energies, and you read the decrees out loud and you kind of repeat them, and each time you repeat them you get faster and faster, and you can visualize this violet consuming flame just taking away anything dense and heavy. And at the end of my decreeing sessions, I always ask that all the energy that I raised be, sent to where it's needed most in the universe. So let's get into your crystal oracle, which is the last one. So funny I said minerals. Ooh. Let's see. Woo! Okay, we got 2 coming out. Smoky quartz and pyrite. All right. So, the smoky quartz is about emotional blockages, negative thoughts, releasing, grounding, and protection. This beautiful smoky quartz crystal has appeared in your reading today to help you to release and express the many emotions that you have kept suppressed for quite some time. There is an emotional cause to all physical symptoms, so know that by acknowledging and expressing how you feel, you allow healing to occur. Do not be afraid to cry, for your tears will wash away your sadness and restore your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. There is a jewel to be found in every teardrop. Trust. This card signifies that healing is occurring right now. And then pyrite, which is a really good one for abundance. So let's say this is about emotional balance, psychological strength, relationships, protection, and prosperity. You may be feeling emotionally unbalanced at present because you have allowed yourself to, at least partially, believe another's critical judgments of you. This malicious criticism was directed at you by someone who falsely believes that they will gain something by belittling you. To regain your mental strength and emotional balance, you must realize that this whole episode is simply emotional blackmail. You are dearly loved and held in high esteem by many, so see this episode for what it really is, and do not allow yourself to be so affected by what one person says. Others know the truth. Pyrite can help strengthen you both psychologically and emotionally, and placed in your abundance or wealth corner, it can definitely bring in a lot more money, abundance, prosperity, things like that. So now we're going to move into your spirit guides. So my pile A's today got Paul the Venetian. Can you see him? He's awesome. Look at that. Paul the Venetian will help you learn about divine love and true compassion, enhance your creativity, put love in motion in your life, succeed in your chosen field of art, architecture, or engineering, deepen your connection to your spirit. There's a beautiful invocation here if you want to try invoking him. Paul loves beauty, so when you call upon him, surround yourself in beauty. Cover a table with a vividly colored cloth and arrange some flowers and candles on it. Light the candles and call his name. He is a creative master, so his suggestions may be unusual. After you ask for his help, grab some colored pens and draw. See what images appear and look for symbolism. Write yourself a love letter and read it every day. Take daily concrete actions to say, I love you. Volunteer at a homeless shelter or work with animals. Make love an activity in your life that you practice each and every day. During his last incarnation, Paul lived as an artist. He saw beauty as the most powerful agent of change in a person's life. He painted in vivid colors and developed a way to prepare paint that allowed the color to last for centuries. He was summoned before the tribunal of the Inquisition because of his creative interpretation of the Last Supper, in which he included a dwarf, a parrot, dogs, and a jester. Paul the Venetian teaches about divine love, compassion, and charity. Creativity and beauty are other important qualities he emphasizes. Paul believes divine love is really love in action. He suggests moving from contemplated love into expressing love by the actions one takes. It is through deeds that love is most visible. He will help you define and clarify your concepts about divine love. He explains that true compassion lifts up another's soul, while human sympathy allows the person to wallow without progressing on the spiritual path. Paul applauds our innate beauty as a magnificent creation of God, and he champions the pursuit of our higher self. The Ascended Master, Paul the Venetian, helps people master using love as a creative force in their lives. He also works closely with students of art, music, architecture, and engineering to help them create beauty, symmetry, and design. Wow. So I know I got my artists and engineers in this group. So let's move on to your animal spirit guide, which my pile A's got the pigeon. And in quotations here it says, return home. Seek security around in the home. If storms arise, huddle with your family, biological or otherwise. So, like I saw in your present time, there are some family issues going on at home, and you just have to be strong and be there for everybody. So let's move on to your last. I love this little book. It's The Art of Worldly Wisdom, and this is a little tidbit I'm going to leave you with today. And you got the number 245. Here we go. Have original and out-of-the-way views. These are signs of superior ability. We do not think much of someone who never contradicts us. That is not a sign he loves us, but rather that he loves himself. Do not be deceived by flattery and thereby have to pay for it. Rather condemn it. Besides, you may be given credit for being criticized by some, especially if they are those of whom the good speak ill. On the contrary, it should disturb us if our affairs please everyone, for that is a sign that they are of little worth. Perfection is for the few. So The Art of Worldly Wisdom is, it was written in 1856. Wait, no. It was written in the 17th century by a Spanish Jesuit, and then Joseph Jacobs retranslated it later. And it's just so amazing. Like, everything I pull out of this little book is so relevant. And I lied to you. I forgot about my little trinkets here. Oh, and we're already getting an F, which could mean so many different things. Future, Friday, favor. So I'm going to reach in here and we're just going to throw it down. And I'm going to intuitively read for you what I think is coming up in the next week, month or so. Here we go. All right. What do we got here? So you're running out of time on something. You need to get going. Stop procrastinating. Do the thing. I believe in you. You're definitely going to have some money coming in between the pyrite and all the shiny trinkets. You know, I'm a magpie myself, so I feel like you're definitely going to have some blessings of prosperity coming in. So quit worrying about money. You got the elephant, the Ganesh here, is the remover of all obstacles from one's path, which is really lucky. So you got yell and say. So I feel like there's a blockage in the throat chakra. There's something you need to get off your chest that you need to tell somebody. And if you need to scream, do it. H, happy, hi, hello. I feel like someone from the other side is saying, hey. You got a lot of flowers here, so I don't know if you're into plants, planting a garden this year, if you planted a lot of seeds, metaphorically speaking, that are now about to bloom. But spring is almost here in Maryland, so definitely some good stuff coming in. Gears, cogs, sprockets, that all makes me feel like projects. Working on lots of projects coming up, or opportunities to work on projects to build things. And security, last but not least here. There's something that needs to be secured. And you already know what that is. It's always the first thing that pops in your mind. I just want to thank you for being a part of my first pick a card reading, my pile A's. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. By the way, I didn't even introduce myself. I am Dvine MC. And you can find music, meditation, tarot, all kinds of fun things on this channel, and we're going to be building it up. So please, please, please give us a follow. And I hope these messages resonated for you today, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello, my pile bees. If you picked the black kyanite, this is going to be your reading. And off the top of my head, I mean, this stone right here, I carried around when I was like 19 and I had my first spiritual awakening. This stone right here will show you where you sit karmically in the universe. Not to mention, you can use kyanite to clear someone's energy field. It is a super magical stone. It will charge other crystals and stones. And the fact that it's black here is making me feel like you need to ground. All right, so let's get into your reading. The top three here, present-wise, I'm seeing deception and envy in partnerships and alliances, and trapped in fear. So I don't know if this is past relationship stuff coming up into a current relationship. And I don't know if there's lying and cheating actually going on, or if this is insecurities from the past seeping into the new relationship. Okay? So the next three are for past. And in the past, I see a time where you were really disconnected from spirit. You didn't really have a spiritual path at all. And that's okay. You might still not, but the fact that you're on one of my pick-a-card readings is telling me you're opening up and that you do have some spirituality going on. All right. I see you overcame an extremely big obstacle. You won some sort of battle in the past that you didn't think you could, and you still carry that victory with you today. And because you had that awesome thing happen, you've also received a lot of rewards and recognition. So it's obviously part of either your career path or something nice that you did for someone else. So let's move future. In the future, I do see an emotional loss. I'm not sure if it's connected to this relationship here or not. But be careful, because you're going to be moving into a very fertile time period. And there will be financial and material changes, either a separation or a divorce or a move or something like that coming in. But just know it's all for your growth and your benefits. So let's get into your oracle cards. Got 3 decks here for you. We're going to do the shaman deck first. Let's see here. What do we got? This is cedar, masculine, north, sun, and fire. And regardless of whether you're male or female or not, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So let's see here. Cedar. I am cedar. I am the sacred tree of the mountains and deserts. Burn my bark, needles, and wood, and offer my healing and purifying smoke, which cleanses and removes negativity. Protection is found within my shadow. I am abundance and prosperity. On a material plane as money and wealth, and on a spiritual plane as enlightenment. Use my wood to make practical items as well as spiritual objects such as masks, which help you focus on the spirit and not on the person. I am guardian. I am longevity. So, I mean, a lot of native cultures burn cedar. You can definitely use it to build things out of, but definitely start connecting with this sacred herb, plant, tree, because it wants to work with you which is funny because your next oracle deck is definitely the Earth Magic deck. So we've got probably some Tauruses in here, some Earth signs, Capricorn. Feeling earthy, feeling like we need to ground. All right, so let's see what your Earth Magic deck has for you today. My pile of bees. Oh, gorgeous. Lotus flower. Unfoldment. Yeah, you're awakening. You're really connecting back into your spiritual path. So let's see here. All right. We've got the lotus flower unfoldment. The lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface as the sun, held in the hand of God, invites it upward to the light. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of a body of water. Its stem reaching up to the surface where the leaves rest quietly at the night. The flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight and once again gradually unfold its petals, its stem extending above the waterline 3 feet or more. What we learn from this amazing plant is how our own spiritual path unfolds and opens to the light. Then at times gently folds in on itself for a proper rest when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained in nourishment during the day. It's also just as important that it is rooted, and it is yet another miracle of nature that something so exquisitely beautiful is formed from the mud and silt at the water's bottom. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable. As long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light, like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon oneself or others. For that matter, allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light. To do so while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. Be like the lotus, formed from the muck. Beautiful card. Okay, last but not least, got another awesome deck. This is a fractal art deck. Path of the Soul Destiny cards. These are just beautiful. The fractals apparently emit frequencies, so just staring at the picture that you get is healing within itself. Looks like a little alien man. Probably a starseed. If you haven't looked into that yet, you need to. Number 4, let's see what they have to say about that. Ascension. Wow, you are seriously leveling up. Your energetic field is in a state of change and expansion. You've begun to vibrate at higher levels as your consciousness moves more in alignment with your higher self. You are one of the forerunners working towards ascension to raise the consciousness of the planet. The changes you're experiencing are not always comfortable, but they are necessary for your continued growth. The true beauty of your soul is beginning to show, and it has a positive and uplifting effect on others. Wow. Beautiful. All right, so let's get into your spirit guide, which I'm super excited about. These have been really fun today. Let me just get my cards organized here. And so my pile B's got Hina. Now, Hina, so I don't spill my coffee everywhere. Hina is a beautiful Hawaiian princess, I believe, or is she Persian? Yeah, Hawaiian. All right, so Hina will help you create more passion in your life, attract more abundance, connect with your spiritual nature, see the magic and wonder in all life, and make your menses more regular and less painful. So for my lady friends or anyone that menstruates, that's a big one. I needed to hear that. Invocation. Go outside and spend some time basking in the moonlight. Allow yourself to connect with her gentle, loving energy. Open your heart and your mind so you can be enfolded with the magical energy of the night and imagine your dreams gliding effortlessly on the moonbeams. Hawaiians know that words carry a great deal of power and that they are how we create our reality. So choose your words well and make sure you ask for what you do want instead of what you don't want. The universe doesn't hear the not part. So if you say, I don't want to struggle, what you're really asking for is more opportunities to struggle. Conscious languaging, so important for manifestations, right? Hina is the goddess of love and peace, renewal and creativity. In Hawaiian chants, there are many goddesses named Hina, each playing a slightly different role. There is a Hinapukui, gosh, I'm probably butchering these pronunciations, the goddess of fishermen, and the Hina Opuakalako, who gave birth to the reefs and the teeming life they contain. There's also the Hina who holds sway over the sacred art of making kapa, a fabric made of beaten mulberry bark that was used primarily for clothing. And there is the Hina, who is goddess of the moon and stars. Hina is a powerful and pervasive presence in Hawaiian mythology. She is an incredibly passionate and humble goddess who has great love for human beings and for the land. As the goddess of the moon, she rules over the tides of life as well as the ocean, which makes me feel like we have some Cancers or Scorpios or water signs in here, Pisceans maybe. She's a keeper of the heavens, and her greatest gift is guidance. She will help you connect with your inner wisdom and intuition. As the keeper of the tide, she also has dominion over the blood flows of women. She brings gentle, rhythmic patterns to the world and life in general. Beautiful, Hina. Now, your animal guide, and you got the Gila monster, which is in the reptile and amphibians. This book is awesome too. You can tell how much I love it. It normally stays in my bag, actually. So, Animals Speak by Ted Andrews, if you don't already know. And the Gila monster is about maintaining control. So maintain control in all situations. Protect possessions and trust in your beliefs. Do not overextend yourself now. So I'm getting heavily boundaries. Oh, and earlier when we were talking, I wanted to bring up the fact that whatever spiritual work you're doing, whether you're starting a meditation practice or getting ready to, meditation kept coming through big time. So let's see. Last but not least, we're doing The Art of Worldly Wisdom, which was written in the 17th century, but I'm just so amazed by how relevant these little tidbits of advice are today. And you got 125. Do not be a blacklister of other people's faults. It is a sign of having a tarnished name to concern oneself with the ill fame of others. Some wish to hide their own stains with those of others, or at least wash them away, or they seek consolation therein. It is the consolation of fools. Their breath must stink, who form the sewers of scandal for the whole town. The more one grubs about in such matters, the more one befouls oneself. There are a few without stain somewhere or another. It is only of little-known people that the failings are little known. Be careful then to avoid being a register of faults. That is to be an abominable thing, a man that lives without a heart. Abominable, however you pronounce that. Abominable? And I'm going to leave you with, we're going to throw the trinkets, and I'll read them for you. It'll be like for the next week or month or so, okay? What do we got? Woo! Well, you definitely have some prosperity coming in, for sure. I feel like spring or summer, the energy is going to be coming back. Like, you're going to have a boost in energy. You need to get out in the sunshine. Say and yell. This came up in the last reading, so definitely some throat chakra stuff going on. There is something you're dying to say to somebody, or that you need to get off of your chest. So definitely do that. This reminds me of like a family seal, and protecting your family, and getting to know like your genealogy and your bloodline and what you are descendant from. Black and blue. Gosh, I hope you're not experiencing any abuse or an abuser. Black, absence of all color. And blue, throat chakra again. Interesting. And you've got a couple of flowers here, which makes me feel like either you've planted some seeds metaphorically and your goals and manifestations are getting ready to bloom, or you're going to do that physically soon. It is spring in Maryland, so I am feeling like people are going to be planting soon. This eye is kind of like the evil eye of protection. I do feel like you are safe and protected. And also opening up that third eye. Once again, black earth, grounding, wood and grounding. You need to do some grounding meditations. And then spider. This is often for my creative writers. And also, spiders can effortlessly move through their web that they create. So how effortlessly can you move through your own webs of creation? Are you getting caught up? Definitely something to think about. Well, Pile Bees, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in today. This is my first pick a card reading. I've been reading cards about 20 years. I'm Dvine MC, by the way. And you can find music, meditation, pick a cards, and all kinds of fun stuff on this channel. So please like and subscribe if I can talk. Like and subscribe because that helps grow my channel. And I hope to see you back again. If any of these messages resonated, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback. Once again, thank you so much. Big love from Dvine MC. Until next time, peace and blessings. All right, my pile C's. If you chose this rose quartz, which off the top of my head, rose quartz is a gentle stone, definitely related to the heart chakra, definitely associated with self-love. So I feel like since you chose this black tarot deck too, that you're into some shadow work, going through a tough time. So let's get into your reading. Ten of Spheres here is your first, these first top three are your present timeline. And let's see, so the 10 symbolizes a successful completion of a journey. The accumulated wealth can be enjoyed by the entire family. So I see that you've definitely completed something big for sure. But you're still beating yourself up because right after that is the 10 of Swords. And that indicates major disasters or betrayal. So it's like, gosh, you have this vibe like once something good happens, you're waiting for the rug to be pulled out from underneath of you, which is kind of self-sabotaging behavior. And then right after that, you have the 9 of Wands, which definitely indicates strength and resiliency. So you beat yourself up, but you're strong. And it's a symbol of hope and encouragement. So I definitely want you to stay hopeful because things may not go exactly according to plan, but I don't feel like anything harmful or bad is going to happen. So those are just like intrusive thoughts, which we got to work on. All right, so the next three are for past. And the 2 of Cups, I feel like definitely there was a toxic relationship in your past, probably a first love or something like that. And similar to pile 1 or pile A, that relationship and those lessons have stuck with you to this very day. So I don't know if there's betrayal or deceit or lies or cheating actually going on in your current relationship, or once again, that's intrusive thoughts from the shadow aspect, from insecurities and stuff going on. In the past, you also have the Strength card, which is, you know, I feel like you've been through a lot of suffering and you're still standing. So you got to give yourself some props for that. And then here you have in the past the Knight of Spheres, which definitely is more like all your hard work and consistency and commitment is going to pay off in the past. And obviously you've always been driven because look, you're getting that here and you're getting that here in the present time. So you've always been an ambitious, driven person and you've always been able to achieve those goals, which is awesome. All right, so let's move future. Future, you're getting Major Arcana card here, Judgment, which makes me feel like, you know, there's definitely going to be a decision that needs to be made. The Judgment card can indicate a generally fulfilling life where an individual is ready to look inward and judge himself before moving on. But sometimes I feel like you're your own worst critic, like you're way too hard on yourself, which, hey, I can relate to that. It represents a rebirth or an awakening at the end of a major life event. And Judgment can indicate the need to make a monumental decision requiring the culmination of all life's experiences. So I definitely feel like with this decision, you're getting ready to level jump. And it's going to be all good because you've got 2 really good Wands cards coming in next, which is the 7 of Wands, which is you're going to get more recognition and success in the public eye for sure. But don't let that throw you off of your position. You know, with the more recognition and the more fame, that comes with a lot of other crap that can try to throw you off or distract you. So fair warning there, don't let things get to your head. And then 3 of Wands right after that is that your progress is working out. Like the plan is going according to plan. So whatever it is you've been trucking on, keep moving forward because it's all happening according to plan. Might not be exactly as you imagined, which we gotta let go of the need to control. Okay, so let's get into your oracle decks. I've got 3 awesome decks here for you. And I chose my 3 lightest decks to bring a little balance to all this darkness and shadow work. So we'll start with Work Your Light. Such a beautiful deck. We'll do 1 from each. And then we've got Spirit Guides, Animal Guides, The Art of Worldly Wisdom. And we'll finish up with my trinkets over here. Gaze upon me, trinkets. Okay. So Work Your Light. Oh, look how beautiful this is. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Who or what is triggering you? Let's see. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. And when have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So work your light inquiry here. This might be a little journal work if you want to do it that way. Ask yourself who or what is triggering you and answer that. And then the next question is, what is it in you that they are triggering? And then the third is, what part of you longs to be witnessed? And just get real honest with yourself, you know? All right. So the next deck we're going to do for you is the Secret Language of Light. Let's get a good message from that. This is all kind of like your homework. I use oracles to kind of like be your homework or for like more general information than what the tarot can give you. You know? Okay. Let's get you one. Whispers. Pretty pastel. Whispers. Look at that. Number 12. Number 12. Number 12. Whispers. Your mind and heart are expanding to hear your soul's whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. The messages are always there even if you are not receiving them. And the Judgment card came up in your tarot. So definitely watch yourself. Quit being so critical. That's definitely heart chakra stuff. The messages are always there, even if you are not receiving them. Practice feeling soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. Just like we know a dog can hear sounds, we can't. Your intuition interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When you are asleep, you cease conscious thought and resistance, making it easier for you to receive soul transmissions. If you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will invite more of the same. If you don't like a dream, see it as a sign to shift your focus or change a belief. You might want to try a dream journal. And even if you don't remember your dreams in the morning before your feet hit the floor, write in that journal, I don't remember. Because just in doing that alone is going to reprogram yourself into realizing, into remembering those dreams and, you know, bringing that back up. So there's a meditation that you can do. You want to place your hands over your heart and gently close your eyes, slow your breathing, tune into your subtle whispers. There's a bunch of free meditations you can do on YouTube to help you tune into like your clairaudience and things like that. I feel like with whispers, clairaudience might be a gift that you have. So inspired reflections and actions are research and listen to brainwave and entrainment meditation music. Use it as an addition to your regular meditation practice to help expand your inner world and soul connection. Stretch your hearing by actively listening. Be fully present as you listen to others without judgment. When you are listening, resist the urge to jump in with an answer. Before going to sleep, place a small amethyst crystal in the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for insight to come through your dreams. Or you could pick rose quartz, since that showed up in your reading too. Then place the crystal near the bed. And then journal work every day for 3 days. Record 3 things that you hear for the first time. It could just be silence. If you have any dreams, draw or write about them too. There's no need to give them meaning. Just record them. So definitely some big dream work coming through. And last but not least, we're going to see what archangel is around you and your oracles. Let's see. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? All right. Gabriel, not yet. Think you need to work on patience. It sounds like I'm reading for myself here. We must have a lot in common. Archangel Gabriel, not yet. This simply means that the timing is not right and we have something better in store for you. So just be patient. It's all coming to fruition. Now my pile C's got, forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce that. Paliahu will help you diffuse even the most volatile situations, transform your relationships, create abundance, connect with your deepest wisdom, and see beyond the mists of illusion. The invocation for Paliahu is, even though Paliahu is the goddess of snow, she has a warm heart and generous nature. Call her name several times and ask for her assistance. Light a silvery white candle and allow it to illuminate your life. Her aid will come to you in many wonderful ways. Just remain open to the unusual and know her guidance will come to you. One day it is said that the snow goddess Paliahu and her friends came down from Manuakie to the grassy slopes of Hamakua for halo sledding. Pele loved... Wow, this is really difficult. You know what? Just go ahead and look up Paliahu. I can't even pronounce these names in here, so it'll be easier for you to understand if you read it yourself. And this book is awesome. If you guys haven't heard of this yet, this is the Encyclopedia of Angels, Spirit Guides, and Ascended Masters. So yeah, the snow goddess is around you. So let's see who your animal spirit guide is today. And you got the sea anemone. Anemone? Wow, I can't pronounce anything for you guys today. New tides of wonder are coming. Go slowly, as not all is as it seems. New and unusual relationships and realms are coming. So just be discerning. Don't jump into stuff head first, you know. And the art of worldly wisdom. My sea piles got, never exaggerate. It is an important object of attention not to talk in superlatives, so as neither to offend truth nor cast doubt on your understanding. Exaggeration wastes distinctions and shows the narrowness of one's knowledge or taste. Praise arouses lively curiosity, begets desire, and if afterwards the value does not correspond to the price, as generally happens, expectation revolts against the deception and revenges itself by cheapening both the thing praised and the praiser. A prudent person goes more cautiously to work and prefers to err by understatement than by overstatement. Extraordinary things are rare, therefore temper your evaluation. Exaggeration is akin to lying, and you jeopardize your reputation for good taste and, much worse, good sense. So don't over-exaggerate. This is the art of worldly wisdom. It was written in the 17th century, and I'm just always amazed by how relevant its little tidbits are today. So last but not least, we are going to gaze upon the trinkets here. I'm going to pull them out and read for you, and that'll be about for the next week or month with the vibe here. So what do we got? Whoop! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see here. Well, everybody's getting prosperity. This is just a time of abundance. This has come up in every reading. You got the elephant too, the Ganesh, which is the remover of obstacles from one's path. Butterfly, transformation, up to the next level. Pearls, connected to the water, which is emotions. I got 2 eyes. Representative of third eye, evil eye, protection. The seeds that you planted are coming to full bloom. There's something you've been procrastinating on that you're running out of time with. Oh, what letter is this? Why? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. A bear, another symbol of protection. and getting grounded, and maybe hibernation, coming out of hibernation, depending on where you are. I know we're getting ready to hit spring in 2 weeks here in Maryland. Black and blue. Black being the absence of all color and grounding. Blue being throat chakra, which has come up in all three of these. And the sun, which makes me feel like more energy and joy is coming into your life, and a family seal here. So you might want to look more into your lineage, your family history, connect with your family. Well, I just got to thank you so much, my Pile Cs. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Dvine MC. I forgot to introduce myself. This is my first pick a card reading, although I've been doing tarot for 20 years. But stay tuned to B-Hop and Dvine MC's channel, because we will be here for music, manifestation, meditation, all those fun sort of things. So I hope to catch you around at the next one. Peace and blessings going out. Big love from Dvine MC.